to the Switch, no, not Switch. When it comes to the box office, this looks to be like the only major release in the first half of the year. Okay, so the first half of the year is gonna be barren when it comes to new movies. Brave New World eyes 86 to 70, 80 to 95 million dollars in its opening weekend. So over the 4-day Valentine's Day, President's Day expected on February 14th, the Monday figures also bound to $100 million at this point in time. Captain America franchise, has done pretty well at the box office. The last Captain America movie came out in 2016 or Civil War. But Brave New World is the most awareness of the big movies of the year. I think the fact that the only big movie of the year, of this half of the year, quarter one, basically, is really telling something. I know there's that Snow White movie coming out, but is anyone gonna buy that Snow White movie? Okay. Is anyone actually gonna buy Snow White? Okay. That's just my honesty here. Is anyone actually gonna buy Snow White? Is anyone actually gonna go out and see that movie for the theaters? Okay. The predicted 6 weeks out from Deadpool was announced a $200 million opening weekend, while rival Tracking Studio services are all more conservative as well. But they're saying that this movie will make $100 million throughout the Valentine's Day, President's Day weekend. But for a massive superhero movie, that isn't very good. The last Captain America movie opened to like $200 million. Okay, we can look up. I'm looking up Civil War right now. Opening. Hope doesn't saw the movie that came out last year, Civil War. There's a movie called Civil War as well. Oh yeah, it is talking about the A24. Okay, we have to put Captain America Civil War then. So I know Captain America Civil War, it opened a lot because of the, Black Panther, Spider-Man, and Iron Man being in the movie, and it was basically a mini Avengers movie. Okay. As well, but Captain America Civil War opened to $179 million on its opening weekend. Again, with Civil War, okay, yeah, trying to, but, with Captain America Civil War, it is basically, the reason why that movie opened so high is because of the, it was a mini Avengers movie, okay. That's what it was. Okay. And yeah, and at the time it was the fifth biggest opening of all time as well. It was a 91% increase over the Winter Soldier as well. So here, but Civil War opened to $179 million domestically. And it became one of the fastest grossing movies to $1 billion before the Avengers Endgame and Civil War. No, Avengers Endgame and Infinity War came out, obviously, as well. But other than that, the movie opened to a very high amount. But they're saying that this movie is not going to do as well as Civil War. So they're comparing this movie to, obviously, Captain America the Winter Soldier opening as well. Yeah, but basically it is a very bad thing to compare this to Civil War. And of course, even adjusting for inflation, obviously, you can look at the numbers. We have to use the numbers for that because they have movies adjusting for inflation. We can compare all of the Captain America movies on the numbers here. And how does this movie stack up to the other movies? Basically. I know the movie's not out yet, so it could open to way lower. But how does this movie stack up to the other Captain America movies? Okay. It's not loading, of course. Compare this performance of other movies. Yes, we'll do that, obviously. Yeah. And we gotta add in the other Captain America movies outside of the one that has not released yet. And we have Captain America Civil War, and we have Captain America the Winter Soldier. Okay. and we have to adjust these numbers for inflation. So this is the projected opening of Brave New World. 86 million to 95 million. Okay, Winter Soldier opened to $125 million if it released, let's say it took place, if it released now. Okay, but they're saying that the 3-day weekend might be the lowest grossing opening for Captain America series. Okay, or it will barely outgross the first Avenger. Okay, which means there's a possibility this movie underperforms the first Avenger at the box office. Okay, Captain America Winter Soldier. No way that movie is going to outgross it in its opening as well. Okay, and it may say, but what about the Valentine's Day and President's Day? Okay, if we count that, then yes, it will outgross the original Captain America. Okay, Friday through Monday figure is also bound to $100 million as well. Okay, yeah. But the projections take into account as Captain America franchise as well. The change up in cast as well. Winter Soldier also opened to $95 million, unadjusted for inflation, obviously, as well. And it just doesn't look good for this movie at all. $100 million for the 4-day, obviously. Versus say it opens to $120 million on Power of Winter Soldier, but that was over 4 days. Winter Soldier did not need no holidays to make $125 million. Okay, and also let's talk about the budget for this movie, which is likely over $300 million, like Gladiator. Okay, another movie that did okay at the box office, but it still lost money for Paramount because they spent so much money on it. When they could have easily made a $100 million budget movie and it would have broken even. This is Hollywood's big problem. They keep overspending on all of these movies that underperform significantly. And there's also a possibility this movie performs very poorly. Even worse than $86 million. Okay. As well. But this movie is projected to do worse than maybe even the first Captain America movie. If it does, that'll be a very, very, very laughable moment and a very disastrous first quarter for the box office, because I don't really think Snow White's going to do too well. Minecraft may do okay because kids might want to see it, obviously. But other than that, you have a very, very slow first couple of months at the box office. This is something that Hollywood does not want. And I think this has mostly been impacted by these strikes as well. As there were tons of movies that were delayed from March, which were left in mostly non-franchise movies, which do not make that much money anymore because most people who go see movies only go see movies that are part of a franchise. So you have that big problem there. And also, the movie's rigs may be worse than the other Captain America movies as well. Very similar to a movie like The Marvels as well, or Joker 2. Or it may not be that bad, but it may have pretty bad rigs at the box office. But again, there's not very much competition for this movie for months on end until Thunderbolts comes out, or heck, some of the movies that are coming out in April that might do well. So things are not looking too good for Captain America, Brave New World, all things considered as well. But yep, that's what this video here. Goodbye.